विघ्न विनाश लक्ष्मी नृसिंह भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, नित्य घोर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि बोल। Hare Krishna. Want to turn your direction this way? Oh yeah. Thank you for coming. My pleasure.
तनुज पीछे से एक चादर देते ना जरा, ऐसे कोई भी ऊपर वाली देते ना।
The host today. Usually we have, and Prabhuji is organizing this.
Okay, fold all of your hands please like this. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवी सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयं उदीरयत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवता सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी ईश्वरा परमकृष्ण सच्चिदानन्द विग्रह अनादिरादिर्गोविन्द सर्वकारणकारणं कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः Thank you all for coming. I see all new faces today. Thank you for thanks for Ajay Prabhu and Anubhav Mataji for holding this program today. And except 2-3 families, I see all new faces today. So thanks for coming. You want to introduce maybe from starting here so that we at least know Prabhuji.
Anil
Prabhuji. I saw you in the temple, right?
Yeah, Sunday is
Thank you for coming.
Tanuj,
your friend.
Yeah, he's my office
Thank you.
colleague.
Thank you so much.
My name is Amit.
Yeah, he's also my office colleague.
Oh, very nice. He is my office colleague. Shiran, yeah. And the other one is also my office colleague. And welcome back to Raj Prabhu from India. Right? Hare Krishna. And Prabhuji? Sushil, I know you very well. Thank you.
Girish.
Yeah, I know Girish. Thank you so much. So, even Prabhuji, why don't you introduce yourself? Venkat Prabhu. Veerabhadra Prabhu.
I am servant of the servant.
Okay.
Coming.
Veerabhadra Das.
Veerabhadra Das.
Who is this one? Shreyas, introduce yourself.
I'm Shreyas.
What else? Wrong detail.
He is a very, we'll see his knowledge later when he says Prasadam prayer is very, very devotee. Next.
My name is
Sushil.
Sumil, nice to you. Sushil's son, very nice. Go ahead, starting here.
My name is Rohit.
Rohit,
My name is
Rishika,
Vishika. My name is
Gayatri,
My name is
Manshi, Himanshi, Sudhina. Prabhuji forgot. Sudhakar Prabhu. And go ahead from there.
Mataji from there.
Mataji is
Neerav.
Deepti. Brother Devidas. She's my wife. Yeah.
Radhika Mataji.
Okay. Right. Go ahead, Mataji. Radhika Mataji.
Yashika.
Huh?
Yashika.
Which one? Who is Yashika? Oh, okay. Raise the hand. Okay.
She's Girish,
It's like
Girish daughter.
Girish, your daughter.
Yeah.
She's in 8th grade?
No, 6th grade.
6th grade. Okay.
Girish wife.
Monica Mataji.
Srimati Devi.
Srimati Devidas Mataji. Veerabhadra Prabhu's wife. So they are, yeah, go ahead. Anubhav Mataji. He's a homeowner. Right. Dhruv. Okay. Kiriti. Yeah.
Ajay Das.
Ajay Bhakta Das. Right. My name is Govardhan Bhakta Das. So, thank you for coming. So, I'm speechless. You have called so many people. Actually, all the existing devotees, I think, looks like they got retired or whatever.
No.
Some service.
Service.
Okay,
That's nice.
Then
Thanks for
Prakash Prabhu
coming.
is coming.
Okay.
Prabhu is coming.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you. So, I just want to give introduction what we do here every Saturday. What we do every Saturday is we have a Bhagavad Gita classes in my home, usually in the same complex. So starting from 8 o'clock to 9:30. So we have Kirtan program, Arati program. Then we have Bhagavad Gita discourse for 1 hour. We go chapter wise. Now we are almost in the end of third chapter. So we're going to finish third chapter today. And if all, I think there are 5-6 families missing today because of some other services, whatever it is. So we are doing for the last 7-8 years this program at our house. So if anybody interested in Saturdays, please come. Okay. So what I would do is that it's almost like 3 weeks. How many weeks gap?
That's right.
3 weeks gap. Even I'm becoming little nervous talking. Okay. So 3 weeks we didn't have programs because we had programs in the temples. Temple we had programs. That's why we cancelled program here. So what I would do is I'll try to cover Shloka 43, 42 and 43. We conclude the 3rd chapter today. And also I would like to probably speak something in general. What is Krishna consciousness is, what we do. I was a part of ISKCON, Central New Jersey. And we have a temple recently bought up on 1027 West 7th Street, about 3-4 miles from here. And we have programs there every Sunday also, Sunday programs. And the beauty of program is that we provide even free vegetarian feast after the program. You don't have to go home and again, So that's the beauty of the program. So a lot of devotees comes here. And what I would do is I'll just talk like 20-30 minutes what is a Krishna consciousness and why we have to basically do these things, like why, what's the purpose of doing, because we're all from Indian background. We know that in India we have been taught since childhood that we have Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and every person has their own way of doing things we have, right? So then if you go to North India, North India has some programs. If you go to South India has their own gods. They make up some gods also in between, and some of the gods rises from each gully. If you go, there is some new god comes in every month. Every Mataji declares I am a god. So these things comes in, right? So basically whatever we speak is from Bhagavad Gita based upon. So how many of you accept Bhagavad Gita is the book that spoken by Lord Sri Krishna? How many of you believe? Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Lord Sri Krishna. How many of you believe? You all believe. Okay. So these are the words spoken by Lord himself, Bhagavad Gita. So whatever we talk is based upon Bhagavad Gita scriptures. Because the reason is, if you talk to many people, right? Many people, for example, if you want to analyze something, for the same analysis, different people give different information about the analysis of anything, right? If you go to any office, if you want to analyze something, different people come with different opinions, right? In this bhakti, this is called bhakti marg, there's only one absolute truth, right? Because people have different opinions about God, but as per Bhagavad Gita, right, God has given very clearly who God is. So does anybody know who God is here? Like how God looks, or what is the definition of God? Because we all know God is there, we have Durga Mata is there, Shivaji is there, everyone is there, but how do you define God?
Supreme Personality.
Supreme Personality. So how do you define God? Does anybody have, because we have been brought up in Indian background, what is a God? Who is God? So it's not you, even when I did not come to Krishna consciousness, we had the same questions. Who is God? So God is basically, he is the, what is Mataji? What is that? Bhagavan. God. God is only one God is there. Okay. So Bhagavan means, the definition of Bhagavan is he has to have 6 characteristics, regardless of anything. If that person has these 6 characteristics 100% in him, that is defined as a God. Okay. The 6 characteristics are, first one is
All beautiful.
What?
All beautiful.
All beautiful. God has to be very beautiful. Otherwise we don't go to temple. Why you go to temple? To see the God, right? When you see the God, the beauty of the God, what happens is, when you see the beauty of the God, you reject all other beauties in the world. Then you are attracted to God. If you go to any ISKCON temples, did you visit any ISKCON temples, you see how beautifully decorated God is. All beautiful. God is beautiful. Nobody else beautiful than God. That's the first quality of the God. Second one?
All powerful.
All powerful.
The richest.
Balavan. So he is all powerful. So Lord Krishna is all powerful. How do you give the definition, examples of powerful Lord Krishna stories? Anyone? Yes.
He lifted the Govardhan hill on his
Exactly. See, she is the So Lord Krishna lifted Govardhan hill at the age of 7 on his left pinky. This is supposed to be weakest part, right? Weakest part. So he lifted the Govardhan hill, and how many days? 7 days, because of the story of Indra, right? Continuous pouring. All the Prajavasis, they came and take shelter of this one. So he is a Bhagavan. Can anybody of us do that with pinky, lifting that? Second. What is third quality?
All famous.
Famous.
What?
All famous.
All famous. We have Bill Gates also famous, right? But Bill Gates cannot lift the Govardhan hill with his pinky, right? So he's very Balavan. And what is the other one?
Intelligent.
Intelligence. He's very, very shrewd person. Bhagavan is a god. And what is the other one?
Pronunciate.
Renunciation. That's we'll call. What is the other one?
Wealthy.
The richest.
The richest. He is the wealthiest. Krishna is the wealthiest. But in our standards, when the Forbes research comes out of that, we say Bill Gates is the number one and Apple's chairman was that, right? Steve Jobs was the second one we got, but Krishna is the highest one. So all 6 qualities are present 100% in Krishna. That's why we call Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that's the difference. So we did not have these concepts in India when we were there, right? Okay, so now question is, we have different gods in our society. If you go to different gods, but what are the difference between God and Supreme God, Supreme Personality of Godhead and gods? We have so many gods, right? Maybe how many? 33 lakhs of gods are there. Is that right? 33 lakhs. 30 crores. Even more than population of America. 330 million gods are there. And we are totally confused whom to follow. If you go to any puja room, we have all, we have to satisfy Shivaji, we have to satisfy Durga Ma, we have to satisfy everything, we have to satisfy. So basically the concept of God is not given to us when we were in India, right? The God is only one God, that is the Supreme Personality of God, is Krishna. He is the one, and it's not words coming from mouth, it is written in Bhagavad Gita. In any shlokas you take, he says, I am the God. Finally he says, Sarvadharman Parityeja Mamekam Sharanam Raja Ham Tvam Swarva Papejo Mokshesha. He says that I am the Supreme Lord, just surrender to me and come to me, I'll take care of you and you should not fear. So Krishna, every shloka, every chapter of Bhagavad Gita, he declares that I am the God. So he is the Supreme God. And what about other gods? How do you define other gods? With Durga Mataji, Shivaji is there. They are gods, but they are not the supreme gods. For example, I'll give an example of Obama government, right? Obama is there. Under Obama, we have different ministers. So each minister has certain portfolio to fulfill. Right? Same way, under Lord Sri Krishna, all the different gods have given certain capacities to work on. But Supreme God is only one. So this is the definition of the God. So that's why whether you can go to a minister or you can directly go to Obama, and if you go to Obama, you're all set, right? Everything will be done automatically because under him everybody is working. The same way under Lord Supreme Personality of Godhead, everything is working in this whole universe. He says, Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajanti mam bhutabhava samvitaha. He says everything, material, spiritual, everything coming from me. And surrender to me, I'll take care of you. So that is the information given in Bhagavad Gita. Any questions? Go ahead, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, what we learned from childhood, right? There are 3 main gods: Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar.
Yes.
So Vishnuji I know is Krishna is the avatar of Vishnu, what we say, so that's Krishna. One is creator, one is destroyer, one gives you things. So these 3 play the role.
Yes.
So you are saying Krishna is the only thing, so that's what I think.
Yeah, no, you are actually correct. But if you look at the whole picture, Krishna is the original Purusha. From there, all these avatars comes. From Krishna, there are expansion. First expansion of Krishna is Lord Balaram. And second expansion is
First quadruple.
quadruple. Sankarshan, Aniruddha, Pradyumna and Narayana. Right? Vasudev. They come. From there you have, so basically these are construction, preservation, destruction that happens at lower level. but Krishna is there on the top. You're right. And Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, preservation, creation, destruction, that happens. But that is the basically the when you go to hierarchy level, Krishna on the top, and when you come to lower level, Brahma, Vishnu is there. That is right. But here the Vishnu is the one who what the Vishnu is the he does he maintainer. Says Krishna and is a part of Krishna's this one he maintains. Okay, and Shiva is Lord Shiva is the in charge of the destruction. He is not destruction. He is in charge of the destruction. And Brahma is the creator. He is the engineer of this whole universe. He engineered whole universe. And one thing is even Brahma, Vishnu, Brahma and Maheshwara. Even if you look at Brahma, at the end of the day, Brahma also goes back to Krishna. Brahma is a position. Anybody can get Brahma's position. Because if you go to the 8th chapter, it says, Abrahma bhavana loka, punaravartano arjuna, mamu pechatu kaunteya, punarjanma navidyate. Brahma says, even at the end of the day, Brahma also just like living entity like you and me. Brahma has to, at the end of 100 years, Brahma has to also go back to Krishna. It's a position. You can become Brahma in next life also. So these are the different positions. Anybody else questions? Okay. So, and the next question comes is okay, what we are supposed to do? Basically, okay, I have taken birth, but why we have to pray to God? The question next comes, right? Because we are coming from Indian background, we all think, because our parents told us to go to temple, we do that. What are we trying to do here? What is the necessity for going to God and praying? Anybody?
We are in trouble.
Yeah. 4 people goes to God. 4 types of people goes to God. Karmi, Jnani, and Bhakta. And first one is people who are curious, inquisitive, to gain the knowledge, that people go there. Other one is people who have a lot of troubles, then you remember God. Right? And people who want to gain the knowledge, we have said, and people who want to really surrender to God. 4 types of people go to God. Right? So, then what happens is when we're in India, we were taught that God is only a kind of a business kind of thing. Okay, if you give me this one, I'll come to your place. Right? And if you give me this one, I'll come to your place. Or if you give me $1 million lottery ticket, I'll give you $500,000 to you. This type of promises we have been made in sense. So we try to do business with God since childhood. That has been told, right? Whenever you go to God, okay, if something good happens to me, I'll come to your place. So this is the business we have started, because it's not wrong, because it has been taught since childhood. That's the way God has been represented to us. But the basic thing is that we are part and parcel of Supreme Lord. That was not taught. See, for example, if you go to India, we all walk in the bodily platform. I am this body, let me enjoy with this body. Okay, I want to comfort and all these things. But we never go to one level above that, beyond body level. What is there? The soul is there. Because Indian concept, at least we know that there is a body and soul difference is there, right? How many of you know there is a soul? How many of you believe soul is there? Soul is there. Right? So, when the soul is there, what are the characteristics of the soul? What is this body? Why I have taken birth here? And what happens to me after this birth? Where I am going to go? Because my date of birth is 1970. Before 1970, where I was there? This is called Atato Brahma Jignasa. Because we are eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Eating, sleeping, mating means producing children, defending. We are doing all these things. And animals are also doing same thing. But what is the difference between animals and human beings? There are 8.4 million species of life are there on this earth. Jalaja Navalakshani, Stavraha Lakshavimshati, Krimeya Rudra Sankeha, Pakshinam Dasalakshanam, Chatar Lakshani Manavaha, Trimsat Lakshani Pashavaha. Vishnu Purana explains. 8.4 million species are there. Out of 8.4 million species, only human form has tendency to inquire who God is and who I am. Why say I have taken birth? Then what happens when I am going to die soon? Maybe 50 more years I will be on this planet. Where I am going to go after my death? So this only human beings can think about this one. See, we are all in America and we got green card, we are permanently settled here, but we are going to die one day, no big deal, right? If they have a green card or H1, you are going to die. Is H1 visa is going to stop you death? No. But what is my destination? Where I am going to go after this birth? That is the smartest idea. See, we have making arrangements for buying houses, living together, but how long are you going to live? Maybe 70, 80 if you are lucky. And after that we are going to go. Death comes, right? Death is inevitable. In English they say for sure the death is. Then what happens after death? That is what Bhagavad Gita teaches. That is what Bhagavad explains what after death is. You can determine where you want to go. That is the culture of our Indian tradition. We have so much power in Indian. Bhagavad Gita explains everything where you go after your death also. You can determine your address also where you want to go, provided you follow Bhagavad Gita correctly. That's what we preach here. Where you go after your death. Okay, when I'm talking death, you may get scary dreams, okay? But don't. Death is available. Death comes to anyone, right? When you stop it on, it's going to come. So, in that case, okay, if I am part and parcel of, see, we are not this body, we are the soul. You know, how many believe you are bodies? How many of you believe you are bodies? We are not bodies, we are the souls. We are part and parcel of Sri Krishna, Supreme Personality of God. I'll give a small, same example again. Just 2 minutes I'll give example. Assume you all buy a ticket from here to London. Okay? So you paid, how much ticket would be for here to London? Approximately? Huh? 500 if you get a good deal and go to Google and Orbiter, right? $500 you pay. So when you pay ticket, you buy there is seat is reserved for you. So you go, I go there for example, and I'll go there. And as something happens to me, I die there. So when I come back, do I come back in the same seat? They won't send me the same seat. Right? I'll come in they tie it and put in the cargo, they ship it back. But when you bought ticket, $500, why you're not coming in the same seat? Because something is missing in the body. So the money you paid for your body or the soul? If you had paid for your body could have come in the same seat. Is that clear? If you paid for your body should come in the same seat. But body is not coming in the same seat. So from this example you can analyze that one. We are not these bodies. We are the soul. So if you are soul, what are the characteristics of the soul? Krishna gives in the 2nd chapter, soul never dies. Never dies. And it is there since time immemorial, it's going to be there in the future also. If not this body, some other body, some other body, some other body. This is called transmigration of the soul. Transmigration of the soul. Soul going from, luckily we got human form of the life now. Next lifetime, based upon actions you perform, we may get a different body. That body could be whatever propensities you have, whatever inclinations you have in this lifetime, based upon those inclinations, you form the next body. And this keeps on going back and forth, all these terms. If some people may get luckily higher positions, some people get in a cat's body, dog's body, all these things go to different bodies. So it's called transmigration of the soul. Okay, so only human form of the life has tendency to inquire atato brahma jignasa, who I am, what is my responsibility as a human being, and what is the difference between animals and human beings. Animals cannot think and human beings can think. This knowledge is given. Human form of the life is just meant for self-realization. That's the only purpose of this human form of the life, nothing else. And that self-realization has to be, how we are going to work on self-realization? Atato Brahma Jignasa. Why I have taken this birth in this? What is my responsibility? Where I am going to go after my death? That comes only when you start thinking about your. So the meaning of Atato Brahma Jignasa, the meaning is Ataha means thereafter. Thereafter means after taking so many lifetimes. Ataha means therefore. Brahma means highest spiritual realization. Jignasa, interest. Only human form has that tendency to understand why I have taken this birth. And also this is the only human form of the life has of the capacity to go back to Godhead. Then you may say, why you have to go back to Godhead? I am best situated in America, I have a green card, everything, I am permanently settled here. Why you have to go back to Godhead? What happens is, you are looking only this lifetime, but we don't know what you are going to be the next lifetime. You all believe in the Punarjanma? You all believe in the transmigration of the soul? You all believe in this? In the background, we all told that, okay, now you this one, then you go back to, you get other life, these lives. But this keeps on going, we need to stop that cycle. We wanted to get liberation. From here you go back to spiritual planet and live there forever. See, birth, old age, disease and death. Can anybody escape these four things? Birth, old age, disease, death. Can you stop aging? Probably you put colors and all this, but still we getting aged, right? Day by day. Nobody can stop death. And disease, can anybody stop diseases? And death, can anybody stop death? That for sure is going to come. It may look like long, but as time passes, you see kids are born just yesterday and they're 15 years, 16 years, they keep on growing and we are getting older and older. So these four things are guaranteed. Birth, old age, disease, death. And the solution for these problems is only spirituality. No material solutions cannot solve these problems. Only spirituality. By spiritual potency, you can become immortal. How you can become immortal? The moment you go to a spiritual planet, there is no coming back to again. You can live forever there. And you may say, on what basis you are telling these things? You're just making up some mythological story, or what evidence is there. So for anything evidence, we refer the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. These are spoken by Lord Sri Krishna himself. Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam. He spoke, Krishna himself, he spoke this Bhagavad Gita. He says that Mamupechya Punarjanma Dukkhalayam Ashwashvaram Napnuvanti Mahatmana Samsiddhi Paramangata. He says that whoever comes to my abode, they will not take birth again. They will be there in the spiritual planet. So that is what, but you want to go to spiritual planet, there is a process to go there. It's not just, okay, I just want to go there, I can go in the rocket or something like that. No. It's a process to go back to spiritual sky. So starting, if you look at whole universe, this one, right, only 1/4 we are seeing. There is a 3/4 which we are not seeing. That's a spiritual sky. Once you go to spiritual sky, there is no coming back to this material sky. This material sky is all made up of 3 modes of material nature. Mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. Everything is there. And with time, everything decays here. But if you go to spiritual planet, there is no question of decaying. When you go to spiritual planet, you stay always 17 years old young boy there. You will never get old. You never get disease. You never get death. You never take birth again there. Which are happening in this material world. So that's what we are looking for. And the price you pay for those things is very simple. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, what is that? Antakale cha mameka smaran mutya kalebaram. At the time of death, remember me, you come to me. He says, time of death, remember me. But the death is so painful, the death is described in Bhagavad Gita as a 60,000 scorpions biting at the same time. That powerful the death is, that painful death is. And if you want to remember Krishna at the time of death, it's not easy. It's not easy to remember. That's why you have to practice from now onwards so that our all consciousness, everything is focused on Krishna. Then at the time of death, you can remember Krishna. Then you go back to Krishna. Then you have now no time to, no place to come back again. This is called immortality, because we are looking for immortality here. I was reading some news on the Yahoo. They're saying that they are going to increase the age double now with the medicines they have. But even double also you have to die one day, right? See, Brahma, if you look at Brahma, what is Brahma? One day of Brahma is 4.6 billion years for us. One day of Brahma is 4.6 billion years. But at the end of the day, Brahma lives so long, but at the end of the day, Brahma has to also die. So if you increase your age from 70 to 140 years, then again after 140 years you have to die. So you cannot escape these four problems. So the only four problems should be understood or explained only in the spirituality. There is no material solutions available for this one. So that is what we practice in Bhagavad Gita here. Krishna speaks every word, every sloka you take, it very clearly explains what needs to be done to come back to Lord Sri Krishna. And then Bhagavad Gita was spoken on battlefield of Kurukshetra, right? See, look at the place where Bhagavad Gita was spoken. It was spoken on the battlefield. So look at the situation. It's not spoken like in the room sitting here and having nice lights and everything, and Krishna sitting on this here and every Arjuna was speaking. No, it was spoken on the very, very crucial, critical stage of Mahabharata war. And what was the situation? Arjuna said, I'm not going to fight. I see my kith and kin, my grandparents, and I'm seeing them, I'm not able to fight. I could rather go and beg and live on that one. I don't want to fight this one. Then Krishna says, no, that's not the situation. You have to fight. And what more he said? You have to fight for me. So, in the same way, what activities we perform at the home, right? Everything, what happens is we have dedicated to Lord Sri Krishna. So, everything in this world, that's the third chapter we are talking about Karma Yoga. Everything in this world, what we do have a karmic reactions. Why people are suffering? Why bad things happen to good people? So that the question comes, right? I am so pious since childhood, I did not do any bad things, but all bad things are happening to me. How many of you think that way? I am such a good person, I did not do any harm to anyone, but still bad things are happening to me only. Why, Prabhu? Just me. That guy, see, he is enjoying his life, all bad things are happening to me. So these questions are answered in Bhagavad Gita, Karma Yoga. What is Karma? He explains, Yajnatar karma noyetra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. Means any karmas that we done without offering to Lord Vishnu will bind back to in this world. So karmic reactions are very powerful. There are two types of karmic reactions. One is prarabdha and aprarabdha. Means the things which we suffer in this lifetime, not only from this lifetime, maybe from the previous lifetime we can suffer too. Why a person born and he did not do anything since childhood, but he is still suffering. Why? Because of previous karmic reactions. Previous lifetime he might have done something. Because of that he is suffering. And some of them are not manifested yet. As the future comes, they manifest some of the karmas. So we have a bank of karmas. They have to be burned slowly. Some of them are immediately comes. Some of them comes later. Some of them comes after next lifetime also. Dhritarashtra, he had 100 sons, right? And why his 100 sons died in front of his eyes? Is that true? All Kauravas were killed. Why they were killed? Because of karmic reaction. What karma he did? Dhritarashtra was a hunter 50 lifetimes back. 50 lifetimes back he was a hunter. He killed 100 birds in front of the father bird. And after 50 generations, after 50 lifetimes, same thing happened to him. The karma has been paid now. So whatever you do in this lifetime, here, karma, you cannot escape. You have to pay price for that one. But if you go a finer aspect of karma, even eating food without offering to God, that also karmic reaction. What is that shloka? Muchante sarva kilbishe. What is that first line? Third chapter? Yajnatan karma. Yajnashishtajno santam muchante sarva kilbishe. Bunjate tapagam papam ye prachanti atma karanat. He says that anything that you are without offering to God you eat, that has also karmic reactions. I am talking the finer aspect. Gross aspect is if you do something bad, it's going to come back to you definitely. You cannot escape. If not this lifetime, next lifetime. We have seen Dhritarashtra killed 100 birds some time back. He totally forgot, but he has to pay a price. All 100 sons are killed. So we do these karmic karmas that you cannot escape them. It is written by the Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, 9th shloka explains very clearly. Even a food which you eat that should be offered to Krishna, only remnants have to be taken, then they become karmicless, then you won't acquire karmas. So if you go to find aspects, all the titles are given in Bhagavad Gita. Every aspect. So why this is the reason why bad things happen to good people. Why good things happen to bad people? Other question. Why good things happen to bad people? Because they may be bad now, but he might have done something previous. Why certain person becomes millionaire overnight? He might have done very good pious act in the previous lifetime, and he is getting benefits of that one. But now he is sinful person, he is going to get price for this lifetime or next lifetime, coming future generations. Because these all answered in Bhagavad Gita very clearly by Lord Sri Krishna. But as a living entities now, what we are supposed to do? Right? All this story is good and well, but what we can do all these things. So there is a process called consciousness, Krishna consciousness. Okay, basically what we have to do is, Krishna explains very clearly in the which chapter is that one? 5th chapter, I guess. He says that Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapachyate Vasudevam Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. So after taking many lifetimes, see, we are all sitting here, right? It's not that you all came just by chance. You have some pious credits from your previous lifetime or this lifetime. You are able to hear about Krishna. Hearing about Krishna, his pastimes are very wonderful, Sinutam Sadada Krishna, Punya Savana Kirtanam, Vridyantasyo hi abhadrani, Vidhanoti Srutsvatam. Bhagavatam explains very clearly. Hearing about Krishna, when you hear about Krishna, your heart gets cleaned. Because this heart has lot of anarthas from life after life. And that anarthas have to be removed. How you are going to remove? Just by chanting the glory name, holy names of Lord Sri Krishna. You can clean your heart. This heart is like a Cheto Darpana Marjanam, like a mirror with so much dust is there. That heart has to be clean. How you are going to clean? By soap. For example, when you have a dust here, you use the soap. But heart has more number of impurities are there. How you are going to clean your heart? Just by chanting the glory names of the Lord Sri Krishna, your heart gets purified. When heart gets purified, what happens? Knowledge of the self comes. What is knowledge of the self? Basically saying that I am not this body. I am the spirit soul. And spirit soul, what are the properties of spirit soul? It is not going to die. And it is a part and parcel of Supreme Lord. Satchidananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat means eternal. Chit means knowledge. Ananda means bliss. These three characteristics soul has it. And soul, that's why soul never dies. It is eternal. You are eternal. But this body is not eternal. This body is made of dull matter. It is going to die. Once the soul is gone, this body has no value. Tomorrow morning you have to cremate, otherwise it is going to smell. Why? Because of dull matter. As long as soul is there, living entity is there, this body has so much value. Once soul is gone, it has no value. So you are not this body, you are the spirit soul. Spirit soul has no death, but it has a destination. The destination is, you are part and parcel of Supreme Lord, you have to serve Him. When you serve, you get the full satisfaction. Your householders, you are serving your wife, your kids, your brothers, your sisters, finally everybody kicks you back. Right? Oh, you are not doing this for me. They don't see what good you have done, they see what bad you have done. Oh, you could have given this one, you could have sent me this school, that school, you are not paying my tuition, this, that, everything comes back. People get never satisfied. But you serve Supreme Lord, everybody else gets satisfied. So that has to be done every day. So the process is there. What the process is basically? Krishna consciousness. Means conscious of Krishna all the time, and whatever you eat food you offer to Him, so that take remnants from Him. He is not going to eat anyway, right? Krishna is not going to eat. It's not that instead of one bag rice, have to buy 2 bags rice. No, that's not going to happen. You have to So this is the process of bhakti basically, because nobody in India, we were told, okay, go to temple, do this, but never ever told that the process of bhakti is basically condition, ahetviki and apratihata, means what is that called, unconditional and unmotivated. Bhakti has to be conditionless, right? If somebody loves you, they say I love you, it's not that okay you are giving this one, that one. Love has to be conditionless. It has to be, so in the same way you love God, you get the satisfaction of that. Any questions? Any questions? You people? Right. What? No questions. Okay.
Sometimes they may look silly, but still we can
These
clarify. Otherwise,
are
the
very
doubt will be
basic
there.
questions.
We will never.
Why we have to do this? Why we have to do arti? Why we have to do this one? Everything has a meaning. I cannot tell everything in one class. It's too much for me, right? So everything has a meaning. So basically, the basic thing is we are part and parcel of Krishna, Supreme Lord, and our nature is to serve Him. That's all. Jivere Surupai Nityera Krishna Das. We are the part and parcel of Krishna to serve Him. That is the eternal question. Our human, as I said, human form of life is meant for self-realization. What is self-realization? Ultimate self-realization is that I am not this body, I am the spirit soul. And my eternal duty is to serve Him without any condition. That is what? Ahetviki Savaivam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshide ahetviki apratihata yayatma suprasiddhi. Bhagavad explains very clearly. Conditionless and selfless. These two things. And unmotivated and uninterrupted. That has to be there for Supreme Lord. Okay, so we'll finish third chapter. That's the basic. I'll try to finish my syllabus too at the same time. So let's, Prabhuji, you want to open the third chapter, 42nd sloka? Then we'll try to finish today. Okay, repeat after me. Indriyani parani ahur.
Indriyani paranyahur.
Indriyebhya param manaha.
Indriyebhya param manaha.
Manasastu para buddhir.
Manasastu para buddhir.
Yo buddheha paratastu sa.
Yo buddheha paratastu sa.
The working senses are superior to dull matter. Mind is higher than senses. Intelligence is still higher than mind. And he, the soul, is higher than intelligence. Look at that one. I think the continuation is basically, I want to start purport. Somebody wants to read in purport. So, you read the same purport. Can you read that?
This one?
Yeah.
The sense are different outlet for the activities of the lust. Lust is reserved within the body, but it is went through the sense. Therefore, the sense are superior to the body as a whole.
Basically, here Krishna is establishing the hierarchy of the senses, dull matter, intelligence, mind, and then finally soul. Okay, which comes in the hierarchy. Okay, he says, just keep reading. Next one you can read. Next paragraph.
These outlets are not in use when there is a superior consciousness or Krishna consciousness.
Basically, what he's talking is that the senses are different outlets for the agency. I think if you look at the previous chapters, what was the greatest enemy in this world?
Lust.
Rohit, I remember you all the time. Right?
Yeah.
Lust is
Desire.
dust, you said. Lust, okay. He said lust is dust, okay? Right. Okay, so what I was saying that before that is, because after hearing to Krishna, Arjuna was telling, my dear Krishna, I get everything what you say, but still something is bothering me, right? Something is pinching me to do these activities. Something is forcing me to dragging. What is that? What the force is? Lust only. Kama yesha krodha yesha rajoguna samudvava mahapano mahapapa viddhiyena vairinam. He says vairinam means enemy. The greatest enemy in this world is lust. Lust means unwanted desires. Though we all have unwanted desires. So that lust is the one which is forcing him to act in that way. So after that, Arjuna gives, what is the best way to engage? What is the best way to come out of the lust? Control your senses. Control your mind. Control your senses. How you control your senses? For example, you're watching too much TV. A kid is watching too much TV. How you want to stop him? If you put him, don't watch TV, put him in the one room, then he will go mad. You have to take him to, again, mental hospital. Instead of that one, what you would do? You give something higher taste. So that he enjoys with that one, he gives a lower taste. Param drishtva nivartate. The same way, when Arjuna is asking question to Krishna, he says, if that is a problem, engage your senses in service of me, so that you won't feel bad. You won't feel any guilty of doing that. That's why he says that kama esha, krodha esha, rajoguna samudava. So out of all these things, lust, enemy is there. Lust is there. Lust is the biggest problem. Okay? When you overcome lust, then you are fine. But how to overcome lust? It's a real challenge. You have to engage your senses. You engage your senses. For example, your hands, if you look at kids, they are just restless. What we do? We teach them mridanga. Then the restlessness is all gone. Okay, beat. Then they become tired, they sleep. Otherwise, they do go and hit this one, go this one. So we see that one. Devotees, that's how we engage. Again, for example, other person very active, very one. Okay, we sit them and teach BGCh3slokas. Okay, learn these 10 slokas. Then he is tired with that one. So that's how you engage your senses in higher superior taste. Then people try to enjoy it. The same way Krishna is telling, I know that you have a problem, but engage your senses in service of me, and then you become satisfied. And also next sloka, what he says, lust is sitting in which places? 3 places, lust, right? Lust is mind, intelligence, and no, false. He doesn't say mind, intelligence, and senses, something he says. In 3 places lust is sitting. If you control these 3 places, you will be fine. And how to control the 3 places? Basically, you have to engage those 3 things in the Supreme Lord. But the problem is, he is talking about, senses are there, mind is there, intelligence is there, and how to engage. And mind is a central repository. It's a cloud system. It's a cloud. Mind is a cloud. Everything comes from the mind. And the mind, for example, you are thirsty, right? And mind immediately says, I'm thirsty. And mind says, look, say eyes, look at the fridge. Where it is? Fridge, look at that one. Then it says, immediately tells eyes, hands, go and grab the water. So mind is the one. So when mind is controlling senses, right? And senses do this activity. And higher than mind is intelligence. Intelligence, for example, Ekadasi day, mind says, don't eat grains and beans. Mind says, I want to eat everything. Mind I want to eat everything. But immediate intelligence comes into picture, says that, no, today is Ekadasi, you can only eat non-grains and beans. So, compared to this one, intelligence is higher. And in this sloka, is telling that higher than intelligence is soul. Soul is the one. If there is no soul, all these 3 doesn't exist at all. Right? So, finally what he is saying is that to control your lust, soul has to be engaged in a proper way of devotional service to Krishna. When you are engaged in devotional service, you don't get other thoughts. All the time you think, I have to do this for Krishna, I have to go to temple, I have to do this one. Your mind is engaged. When the mind is engaged, what happens? You don't get other thoughts. That's how you engage your senses. So that's called devotional service. Engaging your senses for the Supreme Lord is called devotional service. It's not that you close the room and start meditating, I'm not able to focus, again you try to focus half an hour, you come out of, again watch for TV for 15 minutes, again you go inside, again you focus, again you come out, again watch half an hour TV. These are not the devotional. Devotional service means engaging your senses for the Supreme Lord. For example, they cook prasadam today, right? When you cook prasadam, you offer to Krishna, that becomes karmic. That is a devotional service. And you all came here to hear about Krishna Katha. That is a devotional service. So, then you are not feeling pressured when you come and sit here. Right? So, this is called devotional service. So, engaging your senses with Supreme Lord is called devotional service. So, here he is telling that hierarchy level, Ultimately, soul is the one which has to be properly guided so that we can mean the devotional service. Next paragraph. Somebody wants to read.
In Krishna consciousness, the soul makes direct connection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, the hierarchy of bodily functions, as described here, ultimately ends in the Supreme Soul.
Yes.
Bodily action means the functions of the senses, and stopping the senses means stopping all bodily actions. But since the mind is active, then even though the body may be silent and at rest, the mind will act as it does during dreaming. But above the mind is the determination of the intelligence, and above the intelligence is the soul proper. If therefore the soul is directly engaged with the stream, naturally all other subordinates, namely the intelligence, mind and senses, will be automatically engaged.
So look at that. He is telling that if we engage all the things like senses, right, mind, everything, so automatically there is no question of worrying about the lust. So this is called devotional service. This is called devotional service. Engaging your senses for the Supreme Lord. If you go to work also, for example, you go to work, you get Lakshmi, you get that Lakshmi. With that Lakshmi, you get the all samagri. You cook for Krishna, you offer prasadam to Krishna. That becomes a devotion. So your work is becoming devotional service as well. So you can convert everything in your life into devotional service just by involving Krishna. See, what's the difference between material activity and spiritual activity? Material activity plus Krishna is equal to spiritual activity. Material activity plus Krishna, that becomes spiritual. And when what happens when spiritual comes into picture? There is no reactions. When there is no reactions, what happens? There is no suffering. And finally, this body doesn't exist when you are all karmas nullified to zero. Then you go back to God. That's what we are trying to do. All we are trying in this world is basically Nishkama Karma Yoga. Which kind of Nishkama Karma Yoga? Bhagavat Arpita Nishkama Karma Yoga. Everything offered to Krishna. Everything given to Krishna. If that is mood you have, is not going to come and take your money away. But your consciousness has to be molded in such a way that it's all Krishna type of activities. Then you are always thinking about Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Then you will be at the time of death you go back to Krishna. That is what we are trying to achieve. So here you're talking about mind, senses, intelligence, everything, but everything boils down to a Supreme Soul. When the Supreme Soul is engaged properly in the service of the Supreme Lord, mind, intelligence, your senses, everything comes automatically in one line. They are in the alignment. And there is no question of going astray. So that happens only by higher taste. If you have lower taste, for example, we all watch movies, right? Friday evening, the moment start TV and computer and all Oak Tree theaters are fully packed because they want to enjoy. Right? They want to enjoy. Nothing wrong in that one. But when I give something better than that one, you want to go to that one. So, but what is that better? Better has to be given in such a way that you try to enjoy. For example, if I ask you, don't go to a cinema movie, come to temple, nobody shows up there. A temple, just temple, who cares, right? Because, why? Because we don't have understanding, first one. Second thing is, we don't think it is required for us. But when you understand your position, who you are, what is your constitutional position of the soul, then, my gosh, I am that really, this is my natural duty. This is my, what is the basic function of that soul? So the super soul. If that is not happening, you are doing everything else but that. That's a problem in this world. Everything, you watch movies, you enjoy, but the time comes to temple and come on, just show them, just will do later. Or postpone. How many, tell me, including myself, temple, just go tomorrow or next week, come on, who cares? But movie, we'll never achieve it. That's very first, we had to go. How that actor is acting in that movie. Then you come and tell 10 people, it's such a good movie, blah, 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 and all these things. When you talk about Krishna, बाद में टाइम नहीं है अभी उसको पागल है उसको घर गए तो ऐसे कृष्णा की बात करते उसको छोड़ दो उसको घर नहीं जाना I know, that's natural. I used to think that way. But when you come to understanding that, oh my God, this is the greatest danger. I'm going to leave my body soon. Where am I going to go after death? I'm just looking my material comforts in this 20-30 years of lifetime, but beyond that, what is there? That is what Bhagavad Gita teaches. When you become really serious, then when you go to temple, when you become very sick, then you start, oh my gosh, something's happening. When you're very young, you don't feel. But as you get older and older, when energy goes away, then you feel how bad it is. Then Bhagavan, that's why if you tell a lot of people, think about God, when 20-30 years, they don't even think about it. When the body energy goes away, then you cannot control anything yourself. Slowly they turn into spiritualist. You tell me, after 40-50 years, a lot of people become spiritual, right? They start going to temple. Why? Because that time they realize, oh my gosh, something beyond I can control. God is there. At that time, God. But it's the other way around. When you are young, you have to go to temple. When you are old, you have to go to movies. Why? Because when you're young, you are independent, you can go to temple. When you become old, nobody takes you to the temple. Then you go to movies. When you're young, you can walk, go to temple. Because you can walk. Otherwise, when you become old, you are dependent. At that point, nobody will take you to the temple. Everything what you are doing will be reversed actually. When you're young, you have to go to temple, you have to chant, you have to do devotion service. When you become old, we don't know. Even if you get sick, can you call? Okay, how weak you become soon? You can't even call Lord Krishna when you become old or when you become sick. When you have body, energy, everything, and pray to Krishna. That gives protection. That's a life insurance company. It's insurance. We do all. How many insurances we have in this country? All our money goes for insurances. Life insurance, car insurance, home insurance, wife insurance. No, sorry, not life insurance. How many insurances we have? These many insurances we have in this country. Right? But we are not making a permanent insurance for Lord Sri Krishna. What guarantee is there you are going to become a human being in the next lifetime? That basic insurance you are not covering. Becoming a human form next lifetime. Krishna says 2.40 Neha Bikramanasosti Pratyavaya Navidyate Swalpam Apyasya Dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bhayat. He says that if you pray for me a small amount of your life, I can guarantee you will get next human form of the next lifetime. And he will save you from the greatest danger. That is, what is the greatest danger in the lifetime? What all of you are scared about? Death. Is that true? Death is the greatest danger. Nothing beyond. See, we all feel sad sometimes when you lose this one. It all boils down to question of non-existent. I am going to survive. I am going to stay there. I am going to, my job is there. I am going to live. Everything boils down to non-existent. Death. If that is taken care of by just very simple process Krishna gives. Just remember, he says, remember in my name. Kali Yuga has this Kali Yuga, right? Very great potency in Kali Yuga is what? Just Kirtanadevasya Krishnasya Mukta Sangam Paramam Prajet. Kalir Doshe Nidhe Rajan. Kali Yuga is full of faults. Kali Yuga full of faults. Asmihi Eka Mahagun. There is one great quality in Kali Yuga. Kirtanadevasya Krishnasya. When you take names of Krishna and Vishnu, so Mukta Sangam Paramam Prajet will be delivered. That is the benediction Kali Yuga. Just by taking Vishnu, Hari, Krishna names will be delivered. Very simple again, because in this age of Kali we are fit for nothing. You all agree that? You may have DBA, go BA, doesn't matter. We are fit for nothing in this life. We cannot do anything. Right? Only we can do is just simply calling Lord Krishna's names, you will be guaranteed, your insurance is guaranteed. At least you get human form in the next lifetime, you can continue your devotional service there. Krishna gives very clearly in Bhagavad Gita. If you read 2.40, the explanation, it says, if you pray for me, I can give you guarantee you become human form next lifetime. Why that human form? To continue his devotional service, not to enjoy again, to go to movies. So these guarantees are in the Bhagavad Gita. How many of you read Bhagavad Gita? Tell me, honestly. All the kids are raising hands. And we declare very Hindus, and if somebody comes and say bad words, we are revolt and all this. But how many of at least hold Bhagavad Gita in the hand? Tell me. How look at our misfortune. Such a great treasure has given 5,000 years back Lord Sri Krishna. We never had a time to see at least what he has spoken there. So this is a misfortune position we are in now. Take one Bhagavad Gita, it's about $10 something, and read one sloka, one purport, one chapter every week. You see how beautiful that is. It gives all the life problems are described in that one. Any problem we have, there is a solution for one Bhagavad Gita. It was good in 5,000 years back. It's going to be rest of eternity is going to be the solution for all the problems. All the problems, anything you have, you can refer to Bhagavad Gita, you get the solution for that one. Okay, any questions? So what I would suggest is just start listening to classes, and take Bhagavad Gita book and read one sloka, one purport. It's only $10. It's not even movie. How much movie? $11, right? For 3 movies. It's not even worth of movie going. One movie, okay? One person. $10 that we have books. Take one book every day before going to sleep, and you read. You don't get scary dreams. That's the powerful of Bhagavad Gita. One sloka where you understand not, just read it. Purport and translation. If you doesn't understand, oh Prabhuji, I don't know Sanskrit. A lot of people say, I don't know. They want excuses. I don't know Sanskrit. That's fine. Don't read the sloka. Read purport, translation and purport, and go to sleep. You see miracles happens to you. That's the power of Krishna. Krishna is what? He is spiritual. Spiritual energy explodes wherever it is there. And there are time bombs. If you put it in a house, after some time it explodes. And you become devotees. Today I went to New York for my Guru Maharaj class. He's talking on Nectar of Devotion. One person sitting next to me is from Argentina. He's a beard, and this one, he listening to my Guru Maharaj class, Nectar of Devotion. He's a higher level of bhakti on that one. And after class, my Guru Maharaj told me, okay, write down what you learned in this lesson. We wrote 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, he said, okay, discuss with your neighbor. So he's sitting next to me, and I was talking. His English is also not that good. I am from Argentina. Oh, that's great. How do you know about this Krishna consciousness? I met somebody doing this book distribution in the New York station, and I got one Bhagavad Gita book, and I read that book. And it's very interesting. Then I found where the Bhakti Center is there, and he came to Bhakti Center. It's almost 1 year now. He's chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. 16 rounds he's chanting. And he's offering prasadam to Krishna every day. He's from Argentina. We're all from great Mahan. Mera Bharat Mahan. We say all these words, right? But whatever Krishna spoke 5,000 years back, can you tell me, I'm not saying that if you go to any Muslim or Christians, they are very fond of Bible, right? They hold every Sunday, they go very respectfully. And if you go to Muslims, they're very proud of Quran, they say jihad, jihad. But did we say one time Bhagavad Gita, I know one sloka I can convince anybody?
Secular.
Everything is given Bhagavad Gita. Fathers are taking this one Bhagavad Gita. My Guru Maharaj is American, born and brought up in Brooklyn. He joined this movement when he was 20 years old, when Srila Prabhupada came to this country. So what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to put anyone down here, even I was like you guys, but this knowledge is given to you now. Take Bhagavad Gita, one Bhagavad Gita book, read, it has an immense potency in that book. Only that's the best you can do in this lifetime as a human being, nothing else you can do. Whatever activities you do perform, those are, whether you do it or not, you're going to be there, but this one Bhagavad Gita book change whole your life. The perception of life changes for you when you read Bhagavad Gita. And you see things in different manner, different perspective you see the thing. when you read Bhagavad Gita, because Krishna is spiritual, is spirituality. You can convert all matter into spirit just by reading Bhagavad Gita. It brings so much auspiciousness. What is that? Yatra Yogeshwaro Krishna. Exactly. Wherever Bhagavad Gita is there, Krishna Arjuna is there. Wherever Krishna Arjuna is there is all auspiciousness. Everything is there. And taking Bhagavad Gita, putting in the house, just looking at the book, you can get the Krishna's mercy. That powerful Bhagavad Gita. I tell one story. Their god brother, his name is Premanava. He is from which country? Colombia. He is a full-time devotee. When he was 7 years old, they are distributing Bhagavad Gita Hare Krishnas in that country. And they bought it and they put it in the house. He never cared. When he became 14, 15 years old, somehow he got a curiosity. He took that book and read. And he saw back, there are Hare Krishna temples in their country, Colombia. He went to Hare Krishna temple and he became full devotee. He is initiated devotee, now he is here. Look at how Bhagavad Gita. These are time bombs. Prabhupada said time bomb means it is there, it's going to explode anytime we don't know. It means you will become devotees of the Lord when the book is at home. When book is at home, Krishna is at home. Because Krishna is none other than Krishna. Kalikala Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. In the Kali Yuga, Krishna came in the form of name and scriptures. That is Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is Krishna. Because the words came from Krishna. We'll stop here. Any questions? Okay. So what we will do is now, we will do Kirtan for 15-20 minutes. Yeah. Then we'll stop. So, Kirtan you do for 10 minutes, then Yash takes care for 20-20 minutes, okay? 10 minutes you do it, then Yash do it. So when doing Kirtan, this is called Hare Krishna Mahamantra, just Hare Krishna Rama, all repetition of these words. By doing, we are calling the Lord Krishna. Look at the Radha Krishna, how beautiful they are. The Delhi ISKCON temple, Ajay Prabhu's brother brought, last year he went there, Radha Krishna, how beautifully they are decorated. So this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, basically we are calling them, Hare and Krishna, asking them to engage in their service. That's all we are asking, we are praying for them. Okay, and when you are chanting this Mahamantra, please everyone repeat and focus on your inner self, on your inner body. Okay, this is the Supreme Lord. Please help me. Please help me. With this focus, you chant this mantra. It helps. Yeah, if you want Bhagavad Gita, it's only $10. This goes to temple. Okay, we are not going to. Now, if you look at the volume, $10 is nothing. And we have Bhagavad Gita. Anybody wants to take one Bhagavad Gita home, and you will be auspicious. Okay, $10 Mataji has, and take it, please.
There is no Bhagavad Gita. There are very, very less chances of reading it. But if there is Bhagavad Gita, there are 100% chances of you understanding.
That's okay, but that's fine. Oh, Krishna. And you can engage your kids this way. All kids can become, do all this chanting and everything.
Krishna Krishna Hare
So 20 minutes. Yes.
Come in the front.
Kesh.
Come here.
Abhi, I was telling him that he is sitting behind. He is not coming.
Are you okay? Come on, come in.
You have to come.
Yeah.
You can't sit over.
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody wants water?
So, 20 minutes we are done. Something the program in the start again. You just Friday will finish
Hare
Hare Krishna. I have three announcements. I'm not going to give class anymore. So the first one is this coming Friday we have Bhakti Raksha in Radhika Mataji and Sudhakar Prabhu's house. This Friday, because Saturday we have a temple program. Separate temple program is there. You are going to get invitation. Please come for that one. And this coming Friday, their house is North Edison. What is the address? Yeah, 10 North. Okay, anybody came, new people, I mean, we are always welcome. We don't have any invitation. And if you would like to be a part of our team, we have a distributed Google Groups email. You can give it to Sudhakar Prabhu. We can add, and you get every week, like every Friday, Saturday usually, where programs within 2-3 miles radius we have programs. And if you are interested, please welcome and join with our team. That's the one thing. And we don't force anyway. We just send an email if you're interested, you can come over. That's the one thing. Second one is following Friday, 2 weeks from today, following Friday 24th, and Veerabhadra Prabhu and Srimati Mataji, their Guru Maharaj Rompa Swami is coming. And he is very elevated and very, so they are having in their home again 2 miles from here. They have program. Their Guru Maharaj is coming, and it's a huge program, home program. You're all welcome to that one. We'll send emails separately, but just FYI.
Nitai Gaur Sundar's anniversary.
Okay, so they have DDs for Nitai Gaur Sundar, their anniversary. Their Guru Maharaj is coming. He is a Western, again, all ISKCON mostly Western devotees are. That Guru Maharaj is also Western, from born and brought up in Brooklyn, white bodies, and you come and see how wonderfully they speak Bhagavad Gita, and none of us will fit in there. This one, they're very, very, and they are there in this movement for 40-50 years, and Americans, and they speak fluently and very, any questions also they can answer. Okay, and also taking their darshan itself is a purifying process for all of us. Okay, this is the second one, for 2 weeks from now.
Teaching countries like China,
they go all over the world, they travel, okay? And taking their darshan itself is purifies, that's the one thing. What else? Okay, other one is we have important event. Dhruv has his birthday celebrated 3 days back, right?
Yeah, 2 days.
So 2 days back. So now he's going to celebrate among Vaishnavas. So cake cutting ceremony is there.
Yeah, Prabhuji, you can explain about the song what we sing during
okay. No, we sing different song. Now happy birthday to you, this wonderful. What we do? Bob is good. So we say, Hare Krishna to you, and we say, we never take birth again. We say, what that means you don't want to come to this material world again to have this problem. Never take birth again means you go back to God. That's how we sing Hare Krishna tune. So please focus on that. Where's the stool?
Yeah, my dad drinks.
Oh, okay.
I was going to hold the cake in one hand
And again, I want to thank you, Ajay Prabhu and Baba Mataji, for their efforts, taking all this pain and conducting this program. At least now, we all came to know what we do. Thank you so much.
And also we have to thank the Kirtan team.
Oh, Kirtan team, excellent job. Thank you for all the youngsters.
పెట్టింది అది అటు పెట్టేసి మీ సీట్ మీద సిస్టమ్ ఎక్కడైనా పెట్టండి అంతే. అదే ఇది అక్కడ సైడ్ పెట్టేసి, ఎందుకంటే ఎవరైనా పడితే అది
మనకి మళ్ళీ తర్వాత
ఇది కవర్ చేస్తే అక్కడ కనిపిస్తుంది.
ఇది అటు పెడదాం.
Okay, who is doing this?
यार स्मॉल वन है ना, वो लाइव वेबकास्ट हो रहा है, इंटरनेट पे है
I think so,
ఇంకా ఆపేద్దాం.